She threw her arms around me, burying her head in my chest. I knew you were the best, she murmured. Thank you for always thinking of me. She had no idea that I was already done with her. She shot a triumphant look over my shoulder at Leo and her friends. Wow, what a keeper. A real simp. His ancestors must be so proud. They were laughing at me, calling me a fool, a pushover. I didn't care. Let them laugh. Anyone who makes a fool out of me will end up becoming the joke themselves. I turned and walked out the door to buy her damn pill. The moment I was gone, I heard them fall into each other's arms, the sound of their passionate kissing echoing in the hall. Damn, girl. Two guys at once. Only you could pull that off. Oh, shut up. Like you're any different. Well, I've gotta go. My god-tier hookup is waiting for me at the hotel, all showered and ready. Hearing that, I quickened my pace. Outside, the sky had opened up. Rain soaked through my clothes, leaving me looking as pathetic as I felt. When I returned with the pills, the room was filled with raucous laughter. They all looked at me, not a trace of shame on their faces, and continued their conversation in Spanish. How about we go hiking tomorrow? Ugh, no. Too much effort. It won't be tiring if we find a quiet spot off the trail, Leo said with a wink. For some, exploring. He nudged Jenna's foot with his, and her eyes lit up. They all watched me, their smiles dripping with condescension, treating me like their personal plaything. The next day, Jenna took me on a trip to a state park outside the city, saying we were going to go hiking. At the trailhead, her friends were already joking around. You guys are wild, one said in Spanish. Bringing Creed along while you two sneak off? Aren't you afraid he'll find out? If we don't tell him, who will? It's not like he knows the trails. That's what makes it so thrilling. The risk, the danger. Ha ha ha! With that, Jenna grabbed my hand and led me down the path. It wasn't long before she stopped, feigning an upset stomach. I need to find a bathroom, quick. Can you wait here and make sure no one comes this way? A dull, numb ache spread through my chest. I couldn't believe the woman I loved could be so shameless. She was carrying a backpack, and I knew what was inside. Lingerie, toys. I had heard her packing it last night while I pretended to be asleep, whispering to Leo on the phone about what positions they should try. I hadn't slept a wink. Instead, I had sent a message to my boss. I told her I was ready to take the transfer to the Paris office. I was moving to France. I would never see Jenna again. She was practically bouncing on her feet with anticipation. Watching her hurry away, my heart twisted. I followed her, keeping a safe distance, and hid behind a large oak tree. And there, I watched it all unfold. I watched Jenna and Leo tangle together on a blanket spread over the grass. She pulled out a slinky silk nightgown. Leo told her he wanted to be the one to put it on her. Their shameless laughter echoed through the woods as they began their sordid affair. Jenna kissed him fiercely. The grass is kind of scratchy, she complained. Leo just chuckled, nipping at her ear. You have to try everything once, right? Isn't this kind of thrill what you live for? You're terrible. Ha ha ha. And that idiot has no idea. He's standing guard for us right now, completely clueless. You're so bad, making me do this. If Creed finds out, you're in deep trouble. Oh, you wouldn't let anything happen to me. You'd miss this way too much. I stood frozen, a wave of disbelief washing over me. Hearing them describe it was one thing, but seeing it with my own eyes. The pain was a physical, stabbing sensation that no one else could possibly understand. Okay, we need to hurry, Jenna said after a while. Creed's still waiting. No way. I'm not done with you yet. I had never seen this side of her. So wild, so unrestrained. I couldn't watch anymore. I turned to leave. My mind was a chaotic mess. I took a wrong step, my foot slipping on the muddy ground, and I tumbled down a steep embankment. My reflexes kicked in and my hand shot out, grabbing hold of a thick tree root just in time. Help! I yelled, my voice raw. Somebody help me! I shouted until my throat was hoarse, hoping they would hear me. Nothing. Gritting my teeth, I held onto the root with one hand and fumbled for my phone with the other. I called Jenna. It rang and rang. She was lost in her own world of pleasure. Finally, just as I was about to lose hope, she answered, her voice thick with annoyance. Creed? I'm kinda busy right now. Don't call me, you're ruining the mood. My stomach hurts. I don't know, I must have eaten something bad last night. I didn't waste time. Jenna, you need to come help me. I fell. I'm about to fall off the ledge. Her response was cold and dismissive. Oh, stop being so dramatic. It's not that steep. You city boys are always so delicate. My grip was failing. The root snapped.